Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today we're going to fight a little bit of misinformation where I purposefully spread misinfo on the internet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's a fair amount of you that went through an emotional roller coaster like me yesterday when it came to a dead individual. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may not know of who Little Tay is, but Little Tay is a flexer, I guess you could say, an epic flexer. This is an individual that has been known to, I guess their claim to fame was back in 2018. They would just show up with stacks of bills, buy the Raris, the Lambos, the mansions. And again, if you wanted to really look into this, it was like really the mom, the parent of the child, who was like basically, they worked as a realtor. So there were situations where like they had access to like the boss's Mercedes Benz, a few luxury condos in Vancouver, and Little Tay would flex around. Literally, there were rich dudes who were like, wow, I can't wait to see what's going on in this old thing. Wait, is that my house? What's an 8-year-old doing in it? It's crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, it was an insane situation. And of course, that's pretty much all you need to know. I'm not the biggest Little Tay expert. This is a little kid at the end of the day. For me, it was always like, some influencer, just it's basically like, it's just a kid flexing, okay? It is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, yesterday it came out to some pretty sad information that unfortunately she had passed. Now, of course, the reason I'm making this video is waiting 24 hours, TMZ comes out with an exclusive. She ain't dead. In a statement provided to TMZ from Tay's family, I want to make it clear that my brother and I are safe and alive, but I am completely heartbroken and struggling to find the right words. So apparently she'd been getting a shit ton of calls, and that's because the Instagram account was compromised by a third party and used to spread jarring misinformation. Now, what was the misinformation, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go down the rabbit hole. Because believe it or not, I'm going to give you a little primer. This ends with a possible crypto scam. Of course it does, like all things. Now, one of the posts early morning was this from our Instagram account. It's with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved sudden and tragic passing. We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain. Her brother's passing adds an even more unimaginable depth to our grief. So quite literally, this is a 2-for-1 sale on dead children. And obviously, dead kids attract a lot of human empathy, as it should. And, a lot of news agencies picked up on this, and they started offering their retractions when things got a little bit weird. So one of the weird red flags immediately was it came out from publications. The Vancouver and Los Angeles police departments have denied they're investigating the death of Little Tay. Claims they have no record of her death and have not been alerted of her death at all. So this was kind of a weird situation. I mean, clearly the internet and this social media team is so keen on telling people these two individuals have passed away, but law enforcement doesn't seem to actually care. Then, of course, the LA County's coroner office told the Daily Beast that they had no record of either her or her brother. And then, of course, the law enforcement agencies in Vancouver PD, said it hadn't received reports of their death either. As of now, we are not aware and are not investigating. So to understand, ladies and gentlemen, I find it really weird when a law enforcement agency just says they don't care. Okay, like we have no record. We're not even going to investigate. That just means that they're probably pretty certain that this is such bullshit that it's way out of their realm of caring. Now, of course, there was a lot of crazy speculation because clearly, if somebody passes away, there should be some actual explanation. So, of course, the entire world headed to the family to ask, for basic comment. And, of course, CTV News, one of the biggest news agencies in Canada, reached out to the dad, a former manager, who basically said that they were unable to corroborate the claims of her death. Now, this is a wild scenario to get down to, ladies and gentlemen. How is it that the immediate family member is not going to be notifying people of their death? Why would they not, outright deny that there wasn't, in fact, any death? How are you like that out of touch? So, again, there is a extra bit of context in the situation, but there is a messy divorce in this entire process. One that I'm not going to get into because it's not in my purview. And honestly, there's other channels that discuss that a lot better. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is definitely questionable that these red flags were raised. And of course, the entire community started to bring up other possible scenarios. So a couple days ago, this news article from the Vancouver Sun said an Alberta teen died after a jet ski accident in Skaha Lake in Penticton. So 4 youths were seriously injured when 2 jet skis collided in the middle of the lake. one died from her injuries. So people said, oh shit, dead, maybe that was them. Now, if you don't remember, there was a 2-for-1 sale on dead kids. This references one. Now, if you put your thinking hats on, where's my thinking hat? I don't have a thinking hat. We're going to be stupid. Why would the cops not know or identify who these people were? Obviously, they're minors, but clearly the cops should know in their own personal records who these people were that died or were injured. Because obviously, in order to discover if one had died, there would have to be law enforcement agents or EMTs or emergency personnel present to confirm. So again, this couldn't have been it. And, while people were sharing this information, it was shocking as hell to me how anybody was believing it. Now, the other bit of weird situations came out from internet sleuths who started to look into their accounts. Little Tay's YouTube account had their bio changed to help me. Now, this is a little weird, if so. Now, from what I've heard, the brother of Little Tay is a little wild clickbaiter Andy, clickbaiter Clint. But again, this is one of those scenarios where people dug into the Wayback Machine and they probably realized that this was several months old. Now, of course, there were other accounts that were basically hanging around on the internet claiming to be Little Tay. So this one, Termani, was coming out of nowhere and saying, to be clear, I'm not dead. I don't have access anymore to the Little Tay Instagram account. My sister and I were winning our case. It was just a couple days before we got it all back, all our social media, and come out about the truth. So they said our parents want us gone off the internet, but we will not go away. This is our new account. They are spreading misinformation. Now, of course, how is this confirmed to be real? Nobody knows. They just read one bio. This was shared around on Twitter or whatever so much. And in the time that this account got 100K followers, which, how are you going to use the clout you gained off of a potentially dead child into anything positive or money-making? Why on the, like, come on now. There were so many fake accounts that popped up like Termani. Everyone was trying to capitalize off of this dead child's clout. Insanity, okay? Possible dead child. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the weirdest situations that falls a little bit into my purview was the actual former manager, or one of the former managers. This is the Hairy Voice with 240K followers, okay? Video games play reactions.
Is Little Tay really passed away? I'm going to share the information I have obtained so far. My name is Harry Sang. I was the last known manager of Little Tay. Also, I have been in some of her videos before.
Be careful, terrified.
Oh man, this poor dude got hit with a cake. What did the cake do wrong? Come on now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this individual, if you go back to their TikTok account, you can see that they have a page called Harry DCC. Now, Harry DCC, ladies and gentlemen, leads me to a WordPress setup, which I guess this is just going to fail anyways. So clearly the page has been kind of wiped. It's been kind of reversed. But of course, there was another page that I ended up finding out a Hairy Voice. And this one was a little bit questionable. So as I was talking to Atozy yesterday, who has covered this topic extensively in the past. So as I was talking to Atozy, this page, Hairy Voice, which again led to this Little Tay token. Now, if you're hearing the siege footage in the background, yes, I am reinforcing my way again, away from the cringe that we're about to get into. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Hairy Voice, right? So I looked up who the Hairy Voice was on the Wayback Machine. And lo and behold, it takes me to this Web 1.0 page, obviously not loaded in right. I looked at the FAQ. Thankfully, I came across a main page from the individual where they were just sharing memes of the day. Marked safe from being raided by the FBI. Here's a closer page here. Owning an iPhone 14 is a bad idea. Now, what is a bad idea, ladies and gentlemen, is having any links to a crypto token shenanigan. Now, here you can see that Hairy Voice right now is, we are currently closed as of today. But of course, Little Tay token is also, we are currently closed. In fact, if you look very similarly to both websites, they've kind of got the same sitemap going on too. So what is Little Tay token, my young Padawans? Well, let's dive into that little rabbit hole together. Little Tay token is an ERC20 hybrid of meme and utility token that intends to produce passive income to our token holders. Oh, gee, it's a brand that takes business interests in different industries such as art, clothing, entertainment, gaming, and software development on the widely recognized legendary Little Tay, youngest flexer of the century meme. Sorry. I hate humanity. Degen loves memes. Memes equal hype. Little Tay is a meme that has existed since 2018. So they've got things like the sniper bot, getting tired of being sniped or sandwiched by professionals, scumbags, sorry, you mean when you invest. Good news, Little Tay Token is developing a one-of-a-kind sniper and MEV bot that will help you and others like you turn the tide against the scumbags, scammers, just say that. So anyways, they got some tokenomics, I guess. They got a roadmap, like a clothing brand launch, some production company launch. Scam! Fucking scam! That's what it's a scam! Now, the Little Tay Token that we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is an abject failure. It launched literally last night. And from what I've seen, it's got literally 18 bucks of trading volume. Nothing really happened in this situation. Little Tay to USD went up, 342,000%, dropped 98. We're operating on fractals of a penny, okay? This is worth nothing! And there's some people that put money into it. There was also another token, the RIP Little Tay token, which is currently trading at a $55 price point. $8,000 of trading volume. And there was definitely a few people. I've seen this post on Twitter myself where, literally under this girl's death, there was like, hey guys, make sure to trade RIP Little Tay, okay? And there's some people that paid 300, 200, 111. You deserve to go to a special layer of hell if you bought this, okay? In fact, I actually hope the worst for you as a person if this is how bad, this is how down bad you are. This is why crypto gets a bad rap, okay? It's not because people like me are talking about it. I used to like crypto. I thought crypto would be like a future. This is why crypto gets a bad rap, because degenerates like this exist. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the account was hacked, from what it seems. That's the going story. Now, again, a lot of people can assume that this is a marketing stunt, and it may be, it might. I mean, hey, realistically, this is something people are going to figure out a week or two down the line anyways, when there's probably going to be a police investigation about all of this, because it raised such an actual, pandemonium around the world, okay? Not around the world, but like in our region of the world, North America, we were kind of worried that a little 14-year-old girl and her brother had passed away. Now, of course, there was a lot of misinformation, but hopefully today's video helped you dissect some of that misinformation, and hopefully you walked away from this understanding that you shouldn't just jump the gun immediately. I wanted to wait a bit because I was kind of reeling from the emotional impact. I didn't even want to talk about this. I mean, if somebody had passed away, that's just a bad thing. But of course, nobody passed away, so the best news is children are alive. What is hilarious, though, is there were some crypto bros who ended up getting scammed on a RIP Little Tay token, which I hope they lose all their money. I actually do really want to have some questions asked to the former Harry Sang, one of the former alleged managers, as to why their domain address is kind of linking to this Little Tay token. What was that even about in the first place? Because even if you, the thing is, the token existed for a while, but it literally didn't launch until the moment she went missing. So again, I really want to know the answer behind it. I feel like it's, no matter what, it's just, it could range from nefarious to downright just slightly less nefarious, but I want to know the answer to it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. This is me, Mutahar, and I didn't have to do no retractions like any of these big publications. Jesus Christ. Can never trust the media, man. I am out.